Hi, I'm State Fire Marshal Butch Browning. This week's Marshal message is to remember people are tender. The people that we come in contact with every day have a tender heart. The people that we see in our communities, the children that we see in schools, the elderly people that we come into contact with as we go about our business, and the people who work in our firehouses are very tender people. And I think that we as a society, now more than ever, have to be people who build understanding. We have to be people who build respect more than ever before. When we go about our business as a chief, you know, the opportunities that you get to stand before a group of 10 people, a group of 50 people, groups of hundreds of people to speak. You know, take opportunity to scan that room and look people in the eye. Because when you look them in the eye, you're going to see the tender things that matter. You know, I love when I go give presentations, and maybe it's talking about things like smoke detectors save lives. And I can look across the room, and I can literally point out the people who I just touched their heart. Maybe it's because they know fire's real. Maybe it's because they know someone who's been burned. Maybe a tragic situation where they have a relative who's died in a home fire. You know, when you start talking about things that trigger people's hearts because they're tender, that's how we build our influence. That's how we build the proper change. But people are tender. But it goes even more simpler in how we need to educate the people within our organization. You know, as our firefighters respond to emergencies, as they're out in the community, they interact with our public. And we see now more than ever the public looking for better respect from our firefighters. The public being so tender that they think that there's some initiative, there's something wrong that these firefighters are doing. It's not like it used to be. People have a very tender personality and a very tender way about themselves. So how do you do that? You talk to people. You know, you show people respect. Whether they're young, whether they're old, it doesn't matter. You show people respect. And when your people are out in the community, they should be communicating. Whether it's the cashier that they're buying groceries at, whether it's the neighbor who came to stand outside to see why the fire truck was at their neighbor's home because there was a medical emergency. We got to get out and start talking to people, because people get very offended if you ignore them and don't acknowledge them. We're in a very tender society, and one of the best things about the American Fire Service is we are the people who come in and give our all. We're the people who give everything we got to save people's lives. And it's people we don't know. It's people we're not related to. It's because of our loving nature of saving lives that we do that. And these tender people need to understand that. We've got to talk to people. We've got to connect with people. We can't let people just see us and not hear us. So important. So remember, together we can bring about better safety, better service, and a better quality of life to all in Louisiana if we will just remember people are tender.